myself. I said 10-inch. When you see the price on the Dyson Air Multiplier, the 10-inch in the stores is more money than what we're offering. The 12-inch for here on HSN, you cannot get the 12-inch anyplace else other than here on HSN. We have it for you in your choice of colors. We do have that gorgeous slate gray that has that cobalt blue in the center. We also have it for you in the white with the silver, and then we have it for you in the black. This is a $219.95. Actually, it's a $329 fan that is a customer pick. Why? Because it moves that air. It is absolutely the most extraordinary thing that you've ever seen. No blades to have to worry about. We're going to welcome in Crystal Katie, and she's going to show you everything that this fan can do for you. 5 flex payments, $43.99. This is one of the items that I always tell people, I'm like, do yourself a favor. Buy it today. We ship it to you for free. Use that first flex payment, ship it to yourself for free, and put it in your home.
You've got to feel it.
And notice the difference, because you can't understand it until you see it.
You really have to feel the difference. Okay, so we talk about airflow. We talk about the fact that this is the latest generation of the Dyson Air Multiplier. We call it the Dyson Cool now because it really does cool you down so quickly when you need it most, which is right now during those hot summer months. This has all new features, brand new with this, and it operates at the sound of a whisper. So how does it operate? I'm going to show you using this, something you might have done in 10th grade
like
science.
Yeah, a little science project.
So you can see the way the vapors work. Okay, so look, right away you saw that it's pulling the vapors from behind the fan and then shooting them straight out into the airstream. But the reason why this is so effective is there's nothing that's interrupting it. When you have a fan with blades, your air flow is constantly being interrupted. You can also see down here at the base, this is drawing the air in.
Do you see?
At several gallons of air every single second. Let me bring it over here to that side.
Yeah, there you can see.
Now you can see how quickly it's drawing the air. There is a powerful mixed flow impeller. I know that's a big word, but think about it this way. This is a combination of the technologies found in jet engines that is using to project the air in your room. So how quickly are you going to feel the air across the room? We have a video that we shot previously to show you what happens, and we call it our big bubble video, because really all we did was use a big giant kid's bubble wand and put it in the airstream. Look at this. So watch how in an instant, as soon as we put the wand in front,
wow,
we've got a 12-foot bubble. That is 12 feet of air at least all the way across the room that you're going to feel it. So you can see how instantly it is going to cool you down. So you've noticed that right on top here, there is a remote with this. When we previously offered the tabletop fans, they didn't come with a remote, but you said, I really would love to have a remote. Now you do. So with this remote, you can adjust the features of the fan from 1 to 10 when we're talking about fan speeds. But this is all new, guys. You have a sleep timer. So with the sleep timer, let's say you want the fan on for 2 hours while you're sleeping. You don't want it blowing all night. So it will automatically go off after 2 hours, which is going to save you in terms of your energy. While we're down here, I just want you to see, you also have a touch tilt function with this. That's going to allow you to position the air exactly where you want it to go. And I can't forget the oscillation. All of these brand new features.
Even when it's tilted, it still does that. And then the remote has its own little place.
There's a magnet.
So you're
right
never going to lose that. You just place it right back on here. But here's the other thing. You have little kitties. You have little cats.
You have allergies.
Little children.
Think about the blades that collect dust.
Nothing to worry about.
That's really exciting.
Remember we used to all stand in front of the fan, we go, ah, like that, it was bouncing off that.
What was the air was being interrupted.
Yes.
And that's why it isn't as efficient. So also I want to talk to you about something that you can't hear, which is the sound of a noisy fan. This is 75% quieter than our previous Air Multiplier. It's earned the Quiet Mark seal of approval. So that's why when you saw the video at the beginning of the show, you saw a baby sleeping in the crib.
Okay, wait,
you don't have to
Crystal, Dyson is known for doing innovative technology. This is 75% quieter than the previous model of this fan.
So think about that. You don't have to crank the volume of your television up in your living room when you're watching TV, when you want to stay cool. We've had a lot of you have called in and said, you know what, my husband won't let me turn the fan up on high even though it's so hot. because he can't hear the television. 75% quieter. We have 6 fans on here in the studio, and I'm not having to yell over the volume of them. You see how it's oscillating?
I mean, even in the car, like I have to turn the air down because I can't hear anybody else.
In your earbud, yeah, I do that too. Yeah. So the other thing about this, you're looking at it, and I know it looks different than anything, but the thing about it is so much more than just a fan. It is functional art. It's functional art that's really going to become a part of your life. So if you're thinking about where you're going to use it, so let's say you get out of the shower, you dry your hair in the morning, and then you're trying to put your makeup on and you're sweating. I use the fan in my bathroom. Then in my kitchen, I also have a different fan that I'm using because I don't like to be hot when I'm cooking. A lot of us are, we're heated up. This is 4 pounds. You can take it to your kitchen. It's nice and easy to pick up and transport. And you're seeing a little bit there of the way that they engineered this acoustically to be 75% quieter. Think about that. You have a fan that is chock-packed with features that is now acoustically engineered, not to interrupt your life, but to deliver that powerful airflow that you've come to expect from the Dyson Air Multipliers.
This also is 39% more energy efficient even than the previous model as well. The other one is a 10-inch size, and that 10-inch size, you're going to pay upwards of $300 any place else that you get. We're offering this today. It's exclusive to us here on HSN, not the 10-inch size, the 12-inch size. It is offered today at, what, $110 off of our regular HSN pricing. We put it on additional flex pays. We're shipping it to you for free. We have all of the color choices. This is the black. This is the white, and then we also have it in that rich, kind of almost like a gunmetal color with the cobalt blue on the inside. They really nicely done, very energy efficient. Would you put a fan like this on your kitchen counter? When's the last time that you looked at it? Have you ever tried to clean one of those? This takes nothing. Don't even have to turn it off to do the cleaning.
Exactly.
Done, done, done.
I mean, that's a really new way for us now to think about fans.
Yeah.
And I also want you to think about the fact that you can feel the constant, steady breeze of this. If you look at this, this really does give you a good example of what you're going to feel. It is like that constant breeze that you feel maybe at the ocean. You can see the curtain kind of pulling up over here. You're going to feel it. I'm 12 feet away right now from the fan. This is our 12-inch, so it is more powerful, but you can see how quickly
just in case you
and
can't
how
see it, I
steadily.
want you to see. I mean,
yeah, there you go.
See that? So watch. That's how much power it has.
And you know what? Think about a traditional fan. Every time you turn that fan on, the blades are chopping the air. That air is constantly being interrupted. So let's think about it this way. If you wanted to water your garden and you turn that hose on and you had to constantly turn it off, right? That's what we're talking about with this. It's this constant flow of air that you're feeling with this. A lot of you have called us and told us that you use this in conjunction with your air conditioning in the summer. Put it in that room that's always just a little hotter because the air conditioner doesn't quite reach there. And we had a caller once who called in and said, because she turned her thermostat up a couple degrees and used this to circulate the air, she was saving $40 a month on her electricity bills.
And this one's actually even more energy efficient than the previous ones as well, too. So everything that, if Dyson can make it better, they can build the better mousetrap. Yes. They absolutely do. But look at that airflow that comes through here. I mean, if you were to try to do that through one of these other fans, obviously that's not going to happen. But look at that. Nothing to worry about either.
And we do this for a couple reasons, because you mentioned, things in your life that are delicate, whether it's, have
a bubble party. No,
whether it's your cat's paws, right, or the little fingers, from your grandson in the house. You can absolutely put this out, and you don't have to hide it in a corner because of safety concerns, and you're not going to want to hide it in the corner because it's a beautiful addition to your home. And you're looking next to me at what we all were used to. The fan design had not changed since the 1800s.
And loud, too, by the way.
Loud, and this, look at the blades, look at the grate. It's like a force field was created around this to protect you from it. And then talk about cleaning. Yeah, nobody wants to do the job of cleaning that. We also want to talk about the way it works and how efficient and quick it is. If we can show that bubble again, I would love for you to see what happens in an instant, how quickly the airflow, because it's sort of hard to show you something you can't see, which is blades. There are no blades. So immediately across the room, that's the airflow. that you're gonna feel from the air multiplier. I wanna grab this right here because this really does show you the inner workings under the hood, so to speak, of what happens in your Dyson fan. Remember I told you earlier that this is 75% quieter. It's acoustically engineered. This right here is where the air is drawn in. See all those inlet holes? I'll show you again with the dry ice. But this is what we call a mixed flow impeller. I know it's a fancy word, but this is a combination of the technologies found in jet engines now put to work in a fan in your home. That's why it's so powerful. Then up here, a lot of you wonder, where does the air come out? All along the hoop in the back, there are these tiny little openings about the size of your eyelash, if you think about it. And then it accelerates over what we call a ramp, because actually the hoop kind of goes at an angle if you look at it from the side, and it accelerates as it goes off. So you'll also notice that when you get farther away from the fan, you're gonna feel that airflow even stronger because it's bringing the air from surrounding and behind because there are no blades. So we'll do the dry ice again. I have to put my gloves on because safety first around here. This is when I kind of get to play science class.
There you go.
But you know, we have to be creative in the way we show you how this works. So watch the vapors. Here I am behind, and it's shooting it straight out. That's that constant, steady airstream. Then right here at the bottom, I'll bring it around to the front so you can see what I was talking about earlier, the way it draws the air.
So it's actually drawing it into here, into the base, and then it's pushing it back through. You can feel that it is cooler in this area, but you've got to move that air. When you think about that hot air kind of rising, and it gets a little bit hot, it gets a little bit stale. This is also one of those that people really get intrigued by. It's just that different of an item. I remember the first time my brother said to me, he's like, does it really make that big of a difference? I'm like, it really makes that big of a difference. If you think about kicking that air up a couple of degrees.
Even 1 degree.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Oh, Florida summertime?
And you know, we know this is going to be a part of your home. I have to tell you, my 7-year-old Wyatt, we had a birthday party for him this weekend, and anytime you have a birthday party in July, you got to stay cool. So we had the fans out, and I had a lot of parents over. Everybody loves to be able to touch it. Everybody wants to figure out how it works. But isn't it awesome that we can have a product now that's going to be a part of your home that doesn't just look great? It's going to work so powerfully in your home. Remember, we told you, this is the next generation. This is not last year's or 2 years ago model. This is the latest generation. The only place you can find the 12-inch fan, which is more powerful than the smaller tabletop version. You can see it oscillating right here. Remember, we have the remote with you that has a sleep timer setting from 15 minutes all the way up to 9 hours. If you can get 9 hours of sleep, I'd like to know your secret, but you can actually sleep. I also set this like when I'm going out to the grocery store. If I know I don't want to have the air conditioner on full blast in the house, set this on, circulate that air for an hour or so. It gives you a lot more options in a fan that operates at the sound of a whisper without sacrificing on that powerful airflow.
Now, this is our only presentation scheduled on the day. 5 flex payments, $43.99. This is the 12-inch size. Compared to even the 10-inch size, this one is going to be 39% more energy efficient, but it's also going to move more of that air. In addition to that, you can see the nice large size that it does offer, that 12 inches. The 10-inch sells at a price of like right around $299 is the retail value. We have this at $329 normally, and it's